There's a growing feeling that no matter what someone does, it's never enough. They work long hours, but the money never seems enough. They chase goals, but when they reach them, the satisfaction disappears almost immediately. Even rest doesn't feel like rest anymore. It feels like guilt. For many, each day feels like a performance, a checklist, a routine of surviving instead of living. Wake up tired, push through, go home, repeat. Social media makes it worse. Every scroll shows someone doing more, being more, achieving more, or at least pretending to. Someone else is younger, richer, prettier, smarter, more successful, and they make it look easy. So comparison becomes constant, and people start to think that struggling means failing. But in reality, struggling is the norm now. Mental burnout is repackaged as laziness. Isolation is mistaken for personal failure, and even hobbies starts to feel like productivity tasks. It's not enough to draw, now you have to sell prints. It's not enough to play games, now you need to stream. It's not enough to write, now you must publish, post, and market. Everything turns into something that has to mean something. Even healing is turned into content. Even silence is expected to say something. There's pressure to monetize every skill, to always be building a brand, growing followers, getting ahead. Doing something just because it's fun? That sounds like a luxury. But it's not that people are weak. It's that they're being asked to stay strong in systems that were never built for their well-being. The world changed fast, but the expectations never adjust. People still believe they should have it all figured out by 25, own a home by 30, be thriving by 35. But the truth is, everything got more expensive, more competitive, and more demanding. And yet people blame themselves for not being able to keep up. And honestly, I don't know if I figured it out either. Some days, I think I've made peace with it. Then, the next day, it feels like I'm back at square one. I have moments where I believe I'm moving forward, but then I spiral into that same pit of doubt, questioning if anything I'm doing actually matters. Maybe that's just part of being human in this kind of world. Maybe we weren't supposed to have this much pressure, this much noise, these many expectations. I don't think suicidal thoughts are anyone's fault. They don't come out of nowhere, and they are not proof that someone is broken. Sometimes, they are a reaction to being trapped in a system that rewards overwork, punishes rest, and makes you feel like you're never enough, no matter how much you give. Even when I try to understand it, even when I tell myself the truth, that I'm doing the best I can, there's still this edge, this whisper that maybe I'm not. And I hate that I still listen to it sometimes. But I'm trying, I really am, and I know others are too. Some people believe in a higher purpose, in God, in the universe, in something more. And some days I want to believe that too, that there's meaning in the mess, that maybe we are not meant to have all the answers, just the courage to keep walking. Other days I question why it feels so unfair, why a loving God will allow so much pain, why hope feels so distant. But I keep holding on to the idea that maybe we weren't meant to carry all this alone, that maybe we were never supposed to earn our worth, only to recognize it. So if it feels like nothing is enough, it's not just in your head. It's not because you aren't trying hard enough. It's because the goalpost keeps moving, and rest is not even part of the field anymore. So what now? Start by choosing to care less about what doesn't matter. Not because you have given up, but because you are done wasting energy on things that drain you. Not everything has to become content. Not every skill needs to become a side hustle. Some things are worth doing just because they bring you peace. Relearn boredom. Relearn slow days. Relearn doing nothing without guilt. It's not about rejecting ambition. It's about redefining it. Success doesn't have to look like a constant output. Sometimes, success is quietly staying alive in a world that keeps asking for more. And maybe, just maybe, the first step toward enough is choosing not to measure your worth by someone else's scale. Because you were never supposed to be a machine. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to breathe. You're allowed to be. And that is enough. And if that still feels hard, if you still feel like you're falling short, just know you're not the only one. Some of us are still trying to believe it too. And maybe that's okay.